And this took me a long time to go, that's probably not true. And I called my sister about it. We fucking laughed so hard. Because thank God she remembered it. I was like, yo, do you remember when Mom used to tell us that if we let the cat out on the 4th of July, somebody would stick a firecracker up its butt and kill it? Okie Dokie, welcome to the Meme Daddies podcast. I'm Tank Sinatra, your co-host with my co-host, Adam the Creator, and our producer, who we are recording this with zero confidence right now.
Sparks flying from the console.
Jared Bellucci.
The duct tape coming loose.
We are not sure if we're even recording. We're just spitting into the ether, hoping that some of it is being caught by the chip.
Yeah. If that is a chip. It looks like a tape recorder. I don't know what he has going.
He put a Tostito into the side of the monitor. And I don't even know if that's right.
It's never good when somebody just curses and slaps the thing, because that's what he just did. He just slapped it.
He plays that thing like my roommate used to play the guitar. Every rose. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
You thought that's how the song went for years.
No, I already knew the song. He actually just used to do it to make me laugh, and I would fucking laugh every time.
Yeah, it is funny.
Every rose has it. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. It's not even a confusing.
It's one note. Can't you just get past it? Just finish the sentence.
Oh, welcome to Meme Daddies. Welcome to Meme Babies, because I shaved.
Oh, you look like a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I went as a baby for Halloween, and
I pooped in your diaper.
I had the poopy pants. I had the poopy in my pants.
I got poopy pants.
Yeah. I'm a baby. The corporations are controlled by Jews.
Okay, baby, here's your bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, up is down.
I bought Twitter. Let that sink in. I'm a fucking idiot.
I fired everyone. We should have no censorship. So I'm going to put together a board of censors.
He's the only one on the board.
No, he has widely diverse viewpoints on the board. So he's basically making a new government. The government's bad. My government's good.
For those of you who don't know what's going on. Yo, by the way, I realized today, I saw a video about some girl who made a video about...
Another girl?
Yeah, it was like a fucking rabbit hole of assholes. And she was like, this video is giving white performative kink shaming.
What was it? A rabbit?
I don't know, dude.
Eating a carrot?
It doesn't matter. And this guy was like, why do you need a sociology degree to watch TikTok videos? Like, why do the Gen Z... It's just people who, like, hear these words. They hear words like performative, gatekeeping, and it's just like those words to a normal person who doesn't spend time on the internet mean nothing.
Right.
The fact that Kanye West, I'm sorry, the fact that Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Same thing.
Well, I was going to say the fact that Kanye West is doing what he's doing means nothing. It really doesn't to them. But the fact that Elon Musk bought Twitter means absolutely nothing to people who don't spend all of their time on the internet.
Well, it's just a lot of entertainment, because it's great to see somebody shit on some system and then have to take over the system.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I heard that the N-word usage, like, went up 500%, something
at
like
least.
that.
At least.
Next day.
At least.
So he looks at it and goes, oh, this is what, it's more complicated than I thought.
Yeah. No shit.
Well, I know that. I didn't buy it.
Everything is more complicated than you think.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That's all.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh,
I could fix everything. Kanye tweets something. Let's have the nurses buy land. With what money? How do you buy land if you're a nurse? How much land can you buy?
Well, the easiest way to make $1 million is to just buy something for $8 million and then sell it for $10 million.
That's true.
That fucking
Did you
idiot.
hear that they started a GoFundMe account? For
Yeah, it's got $0 in it. I swear to God, it's made no money. So I want to show Adam. This video is for you.
Okay.
Users. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
What is the plural? Said, what is the plural for moose? I screamed moosin'.
Moosin. Brian Regan.
The guy said meese.
Meese. I hate Mises to pieces.
Moosin'. I saw a flock of moosin' out in the woods. In the woodsin'. The meese want the food. Food is to eatin', is it? Meese want the fooding and the wooding, is it?
Is that a Kanye rant or is that a Brian Regan's?
That's a Brian Regan rant, dude. By the way, Kanye West, on a video that I saw, he was standing by a car trying to backtalk and explain and blah, blah, blah. He goes into a rant and then he says, you know what, I just want to honor God with myself and my life and blah, blah, blah. And then he starts praying. And then in the middle of the prayer, he starts ranting again. He just abandons the prayer, goes off into a rant. I was like, this motherfucker can't even say a prayer without ranting.
Oh, it's a short circuit. At this point, you're listening to it's a broken system.
God loves a ranter, though. It says that in the Bible. God blesses those who rant.
Blessed is he who rant.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to get to the memes, obviously, but there's just so much that happened over the last fortnight.
You gonna do a Fortnite dance?
Yeah. I mean, a lot happened, dude. But Kanye West could be an entire episode. I saw Charlemagne say something that I've thought for the last month or so that made me feel vindicated or validated in my own feelings that I wouldn't have said publicly unless he said it. He said Kanye West is talking like someone who's not going to be, who doesn't want to be around for much longer, and that is a worry of mine. Listen, I don't want it to happen, obviously, but Kanye West seems like a man who's at the end of his rope.
He's angry at everyone and everything. His wife,
He's
the
angry.
Jews, the blacks, the whites, the fucking...
Not only is he angry, he's
Angry at
paranoid,
Yeah,
fearful,
everyone's trying to get him.
anxious. He just lost $1.5 billion worth of net worth, so now he's only worth $400 million. And I know that's still a lot of money to everybody else, but to him, it's a huge loss. If he gets to a point where he feels like he's got nothing to live for, there's a very good chance that he offs himself. And then what's going to happen, which is going to fucking be a nightmare, is that people who are supporting him now are going to go, he was taken out by the powers.
Oh,
that
sure.
be,
The
that he
paranoia that he's
that he-
spreading.
that he was fighting against.
Yeah.
He was taken out by the media, yada, 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 and it's going to be a never-ending nightmare. I'm not looking forward to it. I really hope he doesn't kill himself for many, many reasons. But that's one thing that I thought of, like, that could really rip apart the fabric of the culture because he's just stirring up. He's Trump, dude.
I was going to say, what culture? He's more like on a Tucker Carlson Trump vibe now.
But, I mean, the culture of America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought usually in the old days it would be hip-hop culture you're talking about. when You talk to Kanye, but
I'm talking about the culture.
the
culture in
American, American, really.
Culture with a
Europeans are smoking cigarettes going, these fucking Americans.
culture with the capital C.
Right.
I tweeted this. I didn't post it on Instagram, but so we're weird that this guy wound up spewing anti-Semitic hate rhetoric. He's got a song called Black Skinhead.
I forgot he had black skinhead.
Yeah. I mean, the signs have been there for a while. His mom was holding him together. Then Kim was holding him together. Now he's just... And I really do feel for him. He's in, obviously, a ton of pain. But, bro, you gotta get your shit together. At some point, you got to be quarantined for your spiritual illness, you know?
You know, he's also maybe just dumb as hell. Like, sometimes you just got to look at it like, hey.
You got to be quarantined for your stupidity.
Stupidity. Artists used to not have the access to a live microphone to the entire universe. Artists used to just be on cover art. And you look at them and think, I wonder what they sound like. I wonder what they talk like. I wonder what they think. But you'd never hear it. Every stupid thought. Imagine if, like, you listen to like
Keith
the older,
Richards.
yeah, like Keith Richards. You're like, wow, so cool. You're looking at the cover, like, you know, the back of an album, and you look at him. Oh, he looks cool. Imagine if you started going, oh, do you think that bugs
The Nazis
control us?
The Nazis were right, by the way.
The Nazis are right. The swastika is just lines. It's a pretty symbol.
Yeah, Keith Richards was just fucking a full-blown
Nazi
sympathizer. I'm not saying he is, obviously.
No, but I'm not saying he's not.
But no, I mean we are saying
He's not.
But imagine if I've said this for a long time. Facebook pretty much showed us why there's a skull between our two brains, and we cannot read each other's thoughts because A, it's not that interesting. It's kind of boring.
Right.
B, your worst thoughts are not what you should be judged by. You shouldn't be expressing all your worst thoughts. I have terrible thoughts that I do not identify with or associate with at all.
Sure.
But they do pop into my head. If I had no filter and I had no detachment from the thoughts that were in my head just from all the movies I've seen, all the news articles, all the books I've read, all the stories I've heard, the thoughts that pop into my head are horrific. Thank God I'm able to think them through.
Yeah, I'm so dumb. My mind is mostly wrong. Don't you remember? Does anybody remember being in school and the teacher asks a question and I fucking got this. You raise your hand and then they answer somebody else they pick and you go, oh, thank God, because the answer was so wrong. That's everybody is now just as wrong. I'm sorry, most of the people speaking got most of the answers wrong on a lot of these tests. They weren't the smartest kids in the class.
Yeah.
But they can now, instead of raising their hand, they post the answer.
Yeah.
And they go, this is the answer.
Yeah.
Most of them are wrong.
Most of them are wrong. But then all the dumb kids in the class are going, I had the same answer. I had that answer.
I had the same answer.
Yeah, well, you're all wrong.
You did. You're all dumb.
You're all wrong.
You did have the same answer.
all.
I'm one of them, though, by the way. I'm not saying, like, shout out to Shakespeare. I think, by the way, it might have been a Shakespeare production.
By the way, it was a Shakespeare joint.
But I think,
He made up the word joint, too.
I still raise my hand. I go, oh, yeah, this must be it. Then I hear something else. I go, oh, oops. I'm glad I didn't say anything.
Glad I didn't get called on.
I'm glad I didn't get called on.
But, great point, Kanye gets called on all the time because he's a massive star and people want to hear what he has to say and they know people will watch him talk.
Kanye is going to the front of the class with a report.
But anytime he puts his hand up, he gets called on.
He's not even getting called on anymore. Now he's just going, teacher, I got something to say.
He does get called on because he gets put on Fox News and he gets put on Drink Champs. And Kanye's like, yo, can I come on your podcast? And they're like, hell yeah. We're going to get a ton of views on this. We're going to get a ton of press from this. So, of course, he's going to say something crazy.
And he's at the front of the class. You ever write a paper and you didn't really read the book?
Every time, yeah.
Or you kind of know history and you have to give a paper on Egypt and you kind of know, okay, pyramids, camels, I don't know. So you go up in the front.
Yeah, they broke for lunch and went to Subway.
Yeah, you fudge through it.
Yeah.
He's reading a paper that he's fudging through.
Yeah.
And like you said, the other kids in the class are going, yeah, that's what I got. Yep.
He read a third.
Pyramids.
He read a third of the text.
And misunderstood half of it.
When you read when you're in a text fight with somebody, you should stop because you're not reading the texts that are being sent through accurately, and neither is the person that's reading your texts. The longer the text, the less it's being read accurately because there's just too much to read, and it's being read with fury and anger. And he's reading everything with fury and anger, and he's misinterpreting everything. And whatever, it is what it is. He's very interesting, obviously. He's been a talking point for the entire duration of this podcast, I think. Every episode he comes up.
Because it's like, I don't know, you're right. We got to just move on. Fucking, what are we going to do? I just need somebody to do a spot-on impression of him and just lampoon the shit out of it so I can laugh. I just need somebody to break that, that comic relief, where they call it comic relief because it's relief from pressure.
Yeah, tension.
And this tension is building. Nobody's brave enough to do a really good impression of him and just nail it.
It's not bravery. I think there's really nothing funny about what he's doing.
Oh, but it's so funny, isn't it? The things he's saying, the fact that he's wearing the MAGA hat and he's actually a skinhead. The fact he's actually a Nazi is insane.
Well, Black Skinhead, the interpretation of it is something different. I forgot what it is, but the song is like about some kind of movie or King Kong or some shit. I forget what it is, but I'm not even going to try and...
He's a conservative.
He's a full-blown conservative.
Full-blown conservative.
Him and Candace
supports
Owens.
redlining and it's like what?
Trying to make his own school.
Trying to make his own school. Why do we need who does that sound like to you? Making their own school.
Hitler.
And Trump.
Oh, yeah, Trump University.
What's the difference between the two? They're both...
No, they're exactly the same.
It just sucks like somebody can't understand like a sense of humor about themselves and just know like you're not the smartest fucking person in the world. Like a little humility.
They're both megalomaniacs in that they think they're incredible, God's gift, but...
Megalomaniacs.
Megalomaniacs, nice. But if anybody challenges that, it ruins the whole because they know it's a facade and
Right.
a mirage.
It's a front.
Anybody who challenges that
It's on the other side.
becomes their worst enemy.
Yeah.
You know, so they can't handle. There's no security in who they are as people. So they're
And
whatever.
one of them puts an American flag around himself.
Yeah.
Trump. The other one puts Jesus around himself.
Yeah.
But they're both like empty. It's not real. It's not like a real ideal.
No, one. Yeah, I mean,
You know
Kanye.
what I mean?
I think if Kanye got to sit down with Jesus would be like, dude, what are you doing,
Bro. Serious?
You've completely missed the point. And if Trump got to sit down with the founding fathers, they'd be like,
Bro.
wait, you do what now? Hold on a second. You had people storm the Capitol and try and hang the vice president because you lost an election?
You're a tyrant.
Yeah. Arrest this guy. So, memes, right?
I love memes.
This one, I got a lot of good memes this week.
Come on. Lay them on me.
This one sent me into a thought spiral because there's the whole, thanks for teaching me that mitochondria is the thanks for teaching me about parallelograms. It'll surely come in handy this parallelogram season.
Yeah. 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 School.
Students, all of the useful stuff the school teaches you. It doesn't teach me how to pay taxes. And then Elmo just snorts the fact that it doesn't teach me how to pay taxes. Like, what about all the useful stuff that school teaches you? First of all, if I was a teacher, I would say, hey, here's everything you need to know about taxes. Hire an accountant.
Yeah.
And then if someone said, I want to be an accountant, I would say, that's great because America needs accountants because the majority of you are too dumb to do your own taxes.
Yeah.
You wind up in jail if you try to do your own taxes. So it's very good that you want to be an accountant. But for most of you, hire an accountant. You don't need to know how to do your own taxes. I have literally never done my own taxes, ever, once. Why would I? I don't want to go to jail. I want to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
You think I'm not going to pay $400 to a professional to figure it out?
It's like fixing your own car or something else. Like you don't want to fuck up your car.
Oh, well, how come they don't teach us how to fucking re-put together an engine in school?
They do teach all these things. You just have to be interested in learning them.
No, because that's a specialized skill. They're teaching you like general knowledge. They're actually, my mom put it really well when I was younger. She said, high school is to find out if you can be taught. College is to find out if you can teach yourself. And then from then on, you go and you're a student for the rest of your life. College is to teach you how to teach yourself because you're fully responsible for your, nobody cares if you show up or not. They don't really take attendance unless you go to a very small school.
Yeah.
But
You want to fail? We're paying. Go ahead.
yeah, you guys are paying us to fail. You want to pay
for it.
tuition and not show up? Easier for me. One less paper to read.
Right.
But yeah, it doesn't teach me how to pay taxes. Okay, and do you need to know how to pay taxes? No, but do you need to know history? No. Do you need to know how to do math? Yeah, for sure. Do you need to know what X equals? No. Do you need to know about your body? That's pretty helpful. Biology is pretty helpful.
Yeah. You make logical decisions. It's like, oh, parallelogram. Yeah, that's isolated, but
I don't know.
can you figure this out? If I show you something, can you figure out this based on this idea? It's really teaching you how to think versus what you're thinking. The context doesn't matter. It's
Which is why when they introduced Common Core math, and everyone was like, why? Oh, we're opting out. We have a fucking banner on our house that says we're not doing Common Core. Good for you.
great. So you don't want to adapt to new knowledge.
You don't want to it teaches kids how to think differently about numbers. What is wrong with everybody? Everyone's so annoying. Everyone is so annoying. Sometimes. Most people are annoying sometimes. Some people are annoying sometimes. Let me back it off. By the
I
way,
think everybody's annoying sometimes.
yeah, that's true. I am dripped out in dicks right now.
Good.
Yeah.
That should drip yourself out in dicks should be their slogan. Drip yourself out in our dicks.
Dripped out in dicks. I go to Dick's. I find this
Dick
shirt is
strip. They
this
call
shirt
that a
is
dick strip.
dick drip.
Dick's drip.
I mean, dick drip is
Dick drip is more of a.
grammatically correct.
So wait,
I think that's more of
you
a.
a dickhead if you support them? Like you're.
Yeah, for sure. But this is from Dick's. This is from Dick's. These are from Dick's. I'm dripped out in Dick's right now. I can't. I mean, why would you shop anywhere else?
I don't know.
They have everything you need. to be a modern man.
Right. So if somebody came from the future or from the past,
Yeah.
let's say the founding fathers came here
Yep.
in a time machine, you would take them to Dick's. It's like, where should we dress? Like, maybe they're dripped in like some kind of frilly shirt.
I want to lose the wig. What should I do?
The wig. Is this still?
First, I'd take him to the exterminator to get blown out,
Dust mites out of their
bugs out of
their
there.
nostrils.
Then I would probably take him to Dick's. I mean, maybe I'd take him to the mall. It would be like a back to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure
Right.
situation. But
There'd be a montage.
ultimately,
I'm definitely cutting in that extreme song.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we'd wind up at Dick's, I believe. Yeah, because that's where you get your best bang for your buck.
Yeah. And literally too. Don't they sell guns?
I don't think Dick's sells guns anymore.
I'm sure they do outside of New York.
I believe nationwide they went gun free.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like a big thing. I think I posted that on Tank's Good News. It definitely wasn't just New York, 100%. It was after I forgot after which shooting it was. It was after one of the many shootings we've had.
So what's the fascination for you then, in terms of Dick's? Is it just like you just found your fit? It's like what was the?
Yeah, I have a weird body, dude. I'm 250 pounds, 5'10". I'm fucking jacked.
What's the Tim Robinson skit with the flashy shirt? Dan Flashes.
Dan Flashes, yeah. Yeah, it's like the opposite, though.
Because it's all plain.
It's all plain. There's no patterns whatsoever. There's no price determined by complication of pattern, none of that stuff.
Do you find the people that shop there are very kind of like, masculine men at Dick's? Are they like, the real, Harley Davidson driving kind of, I
Harley
love my
Davidson,
freedom.
no, you went too
Is it
far.
I love my freedom kind of place?
You went too far with the Harley
Is it
Davidson.
too far?
I'll tell you something. I did get a little feeling. First of all, remember when the whole kneeling for the national anthem thing was going on? I put a Nike shirt on my son, and I was like, I hope nobody thinks he's like a liberal. I swear to God, I put a Nike. He wanted to wear a Nike shirt. I put it on him. He went to school. I was like, I hope nobody gives him a hard time. And then Under Armour, I was like, I hope nobody thinks he's like a fucking raging patriot idiot. Now Adidas, it's like, I hope nobody thinks he's like,
Yeah.
Why?
He's a Nazi.
Oh, even
Or
like
not an anti-Nazi. I don't know.
they,
Everything's politicized.
everything. I don't know. I don't even know, dude. It's like, why do you? Somebody was saying that there might emerge like a parallel economy where people only support the ones that they know they're politically aligned with. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. What do you give a shit what political ideology a brand is aligned with? If the clothes fit and they're affordable and they last long, first of all, Nike, how many employees do they have? Thousands.
A million. Who knows?
A lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you count all the people in the sweatshops, we're into probably 1 billion at this
If
point.
you count the slaves, I mean,
Yeah.
at least 1 billion.
You think they all align with your political ideology? People they're really dumb. They really are. I wish everybody wasn't dumb. But by the way, I just realized that all is spelled wrong. So all the useful
Twice.
stuff just the school teaches you, it's spelled wrong twice. So a good thing he's snorting the fucking tax powder.
The one thing everybody's dumb, including me. I'm not saying I'm smarter.
I am. I'm definitely smarter. You definitely are too.
I know I'm dumb as hell. I know that.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm limited
No.
by my capacity to understand, and I'm limited by what I know. I know that I'm limited by what I know and my capacity to understand.
Yeah, but
No, I
Adam,
don't know more.
Adam, you're not dumb. You're not.
I
Sorry.
got a fine brain.
You got a good brain. Jarrett, you're not dumb. I'm not dumb. I know. I would listen, I fucking wish I was dumb.
It's easy, right?
Oh my God, it's gotta be easier.
Confident walking around. Hey, I know everything.
Yeah, you know everything.
Life is great.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to rant a little bit.
The fact that
I know more than everyone, including the politicians, including the. Oh, wow. Look
you know how I'd do it. How would you do
How
it,
would you do it?
Ted, who stocks shelves at fucking ShopRite? How would you fucking handle the government?
All right, Ted, you win. You're the president.
Yeah, you're. Oh shit.
Okay, well, I would do this. Well, Ted, if you do that, the country will probably explode. You
Yeah.
have to do that.
Oh fuck, I didn't think about that.
Wait, well, then maybe I should do. Let's just
Ted,
keep doing what the guy's doing.
If you make this decision, between 1% and 3% of the population is probably going to die. Is that a lot? I don't remember math. How many people are in the country? I got about 10,000 people in my town. How many towns are there? 20? 50? Fucking, I mean, I wish I was dumb. I really do. Then I could just make decisions based on what other people thought.
Yeah.
I could just say, oh, I'm a conservative. Obviously, Brett Kavanaugh's telling the truth.
Right.
He had a diary. He wrote it in his diary.
He's like.
This was a very funny joke.
It's like Sex in the City.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I was dumb, dude.
And just like that.
Sometimes I really do. But instead, I think shit like this is funny. Found on Grape Juice Boys. I want to get surgery so that my vision permanently looks like this.
This is a deep fried high.
This is like the original.
Yeah, yeah. That's
original-
like a high contrast.
Deep fried meme. I mean, I don't know what filter that is, but it is just the blackest thing ever, dude.
That's hood.
That's some 2016 hood shit right there. It might even be going back further than that. 2015, 2014.
Yeah, OG.
That shit has been reposted 3,000 times, screenshot to oblivion, and it started off bad.
Yeah, it was low quality at first.
That's how they.
Because they try to enhance it. Because it looks like shit, so they try to enhance it every
Yeah.
time, and it winds up looking like.
Yeah, when you screenshot
Cartoon.
stuff, you whoop, sparks are flying from the monitor again. This is a very white dilemma. It is the dilemma between Sweet Home Alabama and Sweet Caroline.
Sweet.
It's the white people at the crossroads just having a tough decision to make, sweating. It's Key and Peele, obviously, the browser history sketch. Have you ever seen that sketch?
I don't remember it.
Oh, it's unreal. His wife has to use his computer, and he's like, "What do you need? I'll type it in." And she's like, "No, I'll type it in." And they just go back and forth for a little while. I think that's what it is. I know it's something with the browser history, and somebody wants to type something in on his computer. And the more they talk, the more he just starts sweating. And then there's like water things in his head, and it's just dripping off of his head. This is a tough one. I hate both songs. You have a preference?
Sweet Home Alabama has that sweet lick.
I think
the guitar
Sweet-
lick is kind of good.
Oh, I hate the word. I would have to choose that too.
Because the other one just the is too much.
Yeah, even when I was drinking, I hated bar songs. I fucking hated them, man.
All bar song. What about like the Irish kind of?
I never was exposed to that. This was the closest I got to an Irish bar song.
Right.
Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba.
DJ cuts the volume down so the whole crowd.
Wow, you're really rocking this place, man. The way you cut that volume down and let everyone sing it.
DJ Premier.
We're giving you a $25 raise. Why am I doing Dr. Phil? I don't know.
He's white. He likes both of these.
He's
songs.
so white. Dr. Phil is the whitest guy. I saw a clip, by the way, from Dr. Phil on Joe Rogan. Did you see the words that are not supposed to be used anymore?
No, like the Carlin kind of thing, George.
So much more annoying than George.
Oh,
Carlin.
like PC words.
Mom and Dad.
What?
Mom and Dad. Peanut Gallery. Brainstorm. Brainstorm is discriminatory against people who have brain injuries. Shut the fuck up!
Dr. Phil is saying this?
It was a focus group he did in his audience. He was like, what words or phrases do you think that are outdated and shouldn't be used anymore? Peanut Gallery. Peanut Gallery has racial overtones. First, so I read through the comments on it. Peanut Gallery is associated with cheap seats in the vaudevillian era, vaudevillian,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Vaudevillian, yeah.
Vaudevillian era, vaudevillian era, cheap seats, and because peanuts were a cheap snack and easy to throw, they would throw them at people that they thought sucked. So it's like offering your opinion.
Yeah, I
when
kind
it's
of got that out of
unwarranted.
context. It sounds like
Of
a little
course.
shitty area, peanut gallery.
Well, that's what it actually means, though. So context and
What that's
literal. But then it was
not
popular.
racially discriminative.
Cheap seats, poor people. It's kind of
It's poor discriminative.
It's kind of racist to say it's racist of these people to say that all poor people are black because that's not even
That's
what
I'm saying.
it is.
If it was the black gallery, I could see it. Like, no need to hear from the black people.
we don't
Like,
need to
that's
hear
racist.
the N-word gallery.
Right.
Yeah.
Peanuts are not inherently racist, I don't think.
So, but it was a term popularized on the Howdy Doody show, which had nothing to do with where the seats were. It was just like an area where people who were annoying on the show would chime in. So these people are all out of their minds.
Yeah. Trying to get mad.
The point is, I think the more you know about what aggravates people, the less you care. If you're smart. And you're just like, within reason, I'm not going to say wild shit. Like, obviously, I'm not going to use well-known, universally accepted racial slurs because they don't make me feel good. They don't make people feel good. Homophobic slurs, transphobic slurs. I'm not out to hurt anybody's feelings, but I can't know everything that might upset somebody always. Like, there's just no way to possibly know that.
Yeah.
And then they go, well, when you know better, you do better. No. I mean, to an extent.
To an extent.
But just because you're telling me what your preference is doesn't mean that I have to.
Well, my point of not knowing anything, what I really mean is, like, I know I'm not a total idiot, but I know I'm not so friggin' brilliant. Like, I'm dumb enough to know I have room for error and I can learn. So if
But
something,
that is a sign of intelligence. Do you understand that?
yeah, well, all I mean is, like, if it is brought to my attention, Aunt Jemima, the syrup you've grown up with, Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aunt Jemima. Yeah, what? Like, I have a blind spot for that because I just grew up with it.
Yeah.
Well, like, aunt, she wasn't really an aunt. She was the slave in the house, and they used to call them auntie or whatever, and it's kind of slave time stuff. Oop, okay. Yeah, kill that. Change the name. I'm okay with, like, changing some things that are like that.
What did they change it to?
Pearl Milling Company. Looks the same. You just look for the logo. It's the same,
You just look for the slave bottle.
Look for the slave on it. Uncle Ben's still fucking popping. Like, that's what it's still things like things have to change a little. Like what? Colored water fountains. What? It's colored, right? They get their own water fountain. Yeah, but that's not so good.
Yeah.
It's not? Okay, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, you always got to be able to change, I think, from fucking generation to generation a little bit. I think Peanut Gallery crosses the line, in my opinion.
Well,
That doesn't, like,
in
make
2022 it does. Maybe in 2030, you say peanut gallery, you get hanged.
Maybe. Maybe.
You get canceled. I cannot wait for the people who dressed up as Jeffrey Dahmer this year to answer for their stupidity in anywhere from as soon as 18 months to 5 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
How dumb are you? Have you not seen what happens to people who make stupid decisions with costumes already?
Yeah.
Have you not seen it? How do you not understand that that's a stupid thing to do?
They do. They know.
No, I think that they think it's cool and a good idea to dress up as a serial killer. Like, everyone will just understand and get it.
Yeah, like, oh, shit.
But you think that times aren't going to change and all of a sudden people aren't going to go, hey, you know what? We have been watching way too much serial killer content for the last 15 years, because in 5 years it'll be about 15 years. We need to chill on it. We've been glorifying killers for a long time, and it's about time that we stopped because, I mean, these people did kill people. A lot of people.
Yeah, and now they're stars of their own movies, just like, Elvis.
Yeah.
Like the movie Elvis came out at the same time as Dahmer came out.
I am done with self-care. It is time for others' harm. Because I was going to ask you, how are you doing?
In general,
No, specifically.
not so good. I'm doing my best. It's not that great.
Not great, to be honest.
I could be doing 85% better.
Oh, man, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I'm not doing well. What do you think?
I'm doing great.
On one level, I'm doing great. On another level, not so much.
Dude, I did this podcast with Hannah Berner, and I listened back to it, and I was like, if I hadn't been doing therapy the last 15 years, I would be fucked.
Yeah.
Every good thing that I said on that podcast was something that my therapist told me.
Oh yeah, I have no brain of my own.
No. Maybe I am dumb.
I'm so telling you, bro.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm telling you.
Maybe I am dumb.
Dumb as hell.
Repeating smart people. That's it.
That's a relief.
You're a puppet. You're your psychotherapist puppet.
Oh my God.
I am too.
Because so my friend Dave, he claims to not be thriving right now emotionally.
Yeah.
Right. So he's like, I don't know, man. I just don't know what the next thing is. Blah blah blah. And I said to him, this I did come up with. So maybe, but this is all an amalgamation of
Yeah, you came up with it.
everything good I've heard.
Right. I'm saying
Yeah.
these are ideas, you know.
Yeah. So he said to me, I just feel like I don't know what's next. I said, well, you did just run an Ironman. So why don't you chill the fuck out for a little while? Like the dude just ran a triathlon, dude. Bike, swim, run.
So he's getting that come down. He's getting the big event come down. When you're looking
He's
forward
getting
to
that
something.
post-nut clarity.
Yes, and it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
good.
No.
Zoom, you're
So
like-
I said, your goal for the next 2 months should be to set no goals.
Yeah.
And just enjoy yourself, man. The holidays are coming up. Like, just chill out. It's winter. Like, just fucking slow down. And so my therapist said to me, because I'm constantly in a dance of like, how do I enjoy my life that I've worked so hard to build and had a ton of help from people around me. God has opened doors to me that A, I didn't know were there. B, would be way too heavy for me to open on my own. How do I enjoy that life, but also strive for more? He's like, that's the dance. That's the whole thing. He goes, your challenge for you is just going to be letting yourself enjoy whatever state you're currently in, whether it's discomfort, pleasure, joy, sadness, whatever. So I left therapy that day. He goes, do me a favor. Whenever you feel this thing come up, just like sit with it. I go, for how long? He's like, it doesn't matter. 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. You'll know. So I did that, and then I went back to him 2 weeks later, and I was like, yeah, so I did that thing you told me about. I said, it would have been great if you could have told me that was going to happen 50 times in one day. And I realized how uncomfortable I always am for the most part. Every time I check, I'm uncomfortable, or was. And then finally, I was like, I mean, what's the point of having a good life if you're not going to enjoy it?
You don't even realize you're having a good life. That's the thing. If you don't like take stock.
What an insult to the process. What an insult to all the effort you've put in. What an insult to the people around you.
Yeah. Wow.
Imagine your kids hearing you say, my life sucks.
Right.
They'd be like, I suck?
Right. But that means my life sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suck. You're saying because I'm a huge part of your life and your life sucks. That means
Well, you also teach them to not be present with anything. Like you're teaching them to like if all you talk about is, oh, this vacation coming up. Oh, this thing's going to happen. Oh, when you get a grade. It's like, be together. Like, I'm with you right now.
yeah.
I'm very much about being present. I try to be at least. But I'm not so good at it. I'm present a lot. And then, like, I'll just be at the refrigerator eating cheese.
Eating cheese is fine, dude.
But is it?
Yeah, because you're a rat.
I'm a fucking rat.
You're a cheetah.
I'm at the fridge literally shoveling cheese. So I'm not so good. I'm like woke on some level of, like, oh, I know, I'm aware, I'm present.
Let's say-
And then I'm like, cheese good. Nah.
Let's say awake instead of woke.
I'm awakened.
I'm awakened in some level, and then you go to sleep when the refrigerator door opens.
Yeah.
Did you see that cheese?
Me.
Cheese flying everywhere. But we talked about this, I think, on a recent podcast. Like,
Cheese love?
no, it doesn't. Presence. I heard some guy say that his family was just happy to have him present. And what he meant was literally just be around, because he would disappear for months at a time. And I was like, oh, that's interesting that for you, that's your family, for that's good enough.
Yeah.
They're not requiring or expecting you to be full-blown Eckhart Tolle psychic break homeless guy present.
Yeah.
They're not expecting that. If you have a thought while you're with your kids about the future or the past, okay,
Right.
big fucking deal. They
Do
don't
your
know.
best to be there. That's all.
They don't know that. They don't know that you're thinking about other stuff. All they know is that you're there.
Right.
That's all they care about.
Yeah, you're right.
So
So if cheese is falling down my chin and my shirt,
and they see it, that means you're there.
like, all right, my dad's a rat, but he's here.
Yeah, my dad is a fucking city rat,
My dad's a roach.
but we live in the city. So what did I expect?
Right.
Pizza rat.
Pizza rat. God, I had a hard time getting this band off.
I am a pizza rat.
Jarrett was watching me. Hopefully, he didn't have the camera on me too long there.
What's the best Halloween candy? Quick, no thinking.
Snickers.
Yeah, pretty good.
what was your initial?
Reese's Cups, come on.
That's
we
my
talking
that's
about?
1B for me.
Wow, come
1A, 1B is the same thing.
on. You are dumb, you know that?
If I'm digging in my kid's bag, which I do,
You see? That's not present. I do the same, and that's what I'm saying.
how is that not present?
Because I'm like, oh, you know what? Peace and love. And I'm like, when my kid turns around, I'm like, steal his candy.
I don't wait till he turns around. And how is that not present?
Teach him a life lesson.
Yeah, how
You're being very present. He's watching you eat it.
he's watching me eat it.
Damn, fucking those cups, holy crap. They really cracked the code. Salty and a little bit gritty. And a
I'll
little
do
bit
you.
sweet.
I'll do you one better. Cut that out because it's fucking gross. The second one, me. That was enough, and then that was horrific. I don't have the cheese.
So I can't be myself. Is that what you're saying?
If that's who you are, then no.
Okay.
If that's who you are deep down, I want
Keep
nothing
it to
do with
yourself. Be yourself, except that.
Except in that sense. Yeah, I mean, I've known you for years. I've never heard you do anything even close to that. And you did
I
it
felt
3
safe
times
with you,
today.
and
Into the mic.
I felt safe for a moment.
Be unsafe. Steal the candy. Feel that's safe. No, but yeah, I steal my kids' candy. They know it. I actually traded my kids' candy for someone else's candy last night. Another kid.
Oh, man, for candy you like better?
I was like, because I ate it accidentally. There was a full Twix.
You ate it accidentally?
I thought my son had left a full Twix. First of all, I was eating somebody's candy. It wasn't mine. And I had eaten a full Twix, full-size Twix that was just sitting there. And I thought my son left it, so I ate it. And my
You
son
ate both sticks?
one.
Oh, okay.
My son's friend went, George! You ate my Twix! So I reached into the bag, grabbed a little mini Twix. I gave him that, and I was like, is that good enough? He's like, yeah, it's fine. He's like, I like these, and he's got an Airheads, and my son didn't have any Airheads, so I
Let me see
pulled
that.
out a little Jolly Rancher thing, and I gave it to him. And I was like, all right, we're even. Me confronting people who comment not funny on my post.
I love this guy. Okay, that's his foot?
Wait, Jared, watch the whole thing.
Kicks food out of her hand.
Do not write unfunny on my posts. What? That's the whole point of it being there, is to be funny.
They know that, man. That's their little,
Yeah.
their little shine. They get their little. What do? Block them? Nah.
No.
Let them get ratio. Just leave it.
Um.
Because usually the followers, like good followers, who I love my followers,
Yeah.
that really are real followers.
Yeah.
I love them. So they'll come right to your aid, man. They'll be like, "Thanks a lot, fucking, thanks for the commentary or whatever," and then they start roasting the guy.
Yeah, I do like when I see that. I saw somebody posted a comment on my post. My grammar's terrible right now.
You sound like Kanye.
I saw a poster that posted a post on a post of mine. Posted a comment.
Posting.
And it was just such a stupid comment. And I look, and the guy has 0 posts, 0 followers, and follows 0 people. And I was like, oh, I mean, this is stupid.
Is that a robot?
No, it was just like some guy who probably made a fake account to write something shitty. Like, you don't even exist.
Yeah.
You're not even a real person. This is not a real comment. I gave it 0 weight. 0 posts, 0 followers, 0 following, 0 weight.
Yeah.
This comment means nothing. You didn't even write it from your main account, you coward.
But you didn't write that.
No.
You thought it.
Yeah, because to write it would be to give it weight. So I just let it slide. If someone's being on Tank's Good News, if someone is being shitty and dragging down the negative, dragging down the energy of the post and making it negative, I restrict a ton of people on Tank's Good News. Because I just don't have energy for that. I don't think it belongs on the page. I don't think it has any place there. If you're going to find something negative on Tank's Good News, your voice gets. I remove your voice box. I cut off your thumbs.
Well, you want to create a feeling there. You don't want that feeling to be disrupted.
Well, I don't want somebody who's having a shitty day to come along and make everyone else's day shittier.
It's the opposite of the intention of your feed. That
Well,
feed
people-
is supposed to uplift somebody having a shitty day.
Yes, and people interpret things in the worst way possible, and if someone else sees that happening, they'll glom onto that, and I don't want that to happen. So I just cut it off and restrict, and
But that's censorship. And
I don't give a
Elon
fuck.
Musk would tell you shouldn't do that.
fuck you. I don't give a shit. Yeah, you're getting censored. It's like that sketch that I made where someone you spent 3 years building a home. Someone walks into your home and goes, "Why the fuck is the couch there? Move the couch over there. I don't like that couch there. You put the windows over here. Why the fuck did you put the windows here? Move them. The sun's coming in weird. It's hitting my leg, and they're only standing there. They're gonna move in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun's hitting you, and don't fucking stand there, you moron. Move. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were here.
It's not that simple.
Yeah, no, that's so simple. Get out of my house, or just mute.
I have a trick that you might not know about Instagram. When you see something you don't like, you could take your thumb
Yeah,
and keep scrolling.
yeah, just go right past it. Trolls hate this trick. They do not like it. This is what it's like to be a memer. You're constantly frustrated if you care. If you don't, then you don't. All right, wrapping it up here. This one made me laugh. Cat owners be like, "Oh my God, so cute." And they're just ripped to shreds. Because, have we talked about my mom and her theory on cats and 4th of July?
No.
So, I mean, this to me, have your parents ever told you something that you thought was true until you were like way older? And then one day you were like, that's probably not true.
Yeah.
What? Do you have an example of it off the top of your head?
The light in my car. I can't turn the light in my car on.
Yeah, or else everyone will die.
Or it's like illegal. They'll get pulled over.
Mm-hmm. So, my mom told me that if we put glasses on the bottom rack of the dishwasher, the pressure from the dishwasher would make them shoot up into the top and break them, which is like insane because what is there, a fire hose in there? It's like,
It's
no.
a sprinkler.
It's a sprinkler. The other one, and this took me a long time to go, that's probably not true. And I called my sister about it. We fucking laughed so hard. Because thank God she remembered it. I was like, yo, do you remember when Mom used to tell us that if we let the cat out on the 4th of July, somebody would stick a firecracker up its butt and kill it?
Did you live next to the kid from Toy Story?
Did he do that?
Yeah, he was. I don't know. He used to torture the toys. He used to put.
So I was like, let's just walk through this for a second. First of all, get the cat. Okay? Catch the cat.
Yeah. Good luck.
First of all, want to get the cat. Be psychotic enough to say, I'm the person that's going to take an M80, which is about that wide, by the way.
Right. It has to be lubed up.
Have you ever seen a cat's asshole?
I mean,
They're so tight and so dry.
I don't know how dry they are.
They look so dry, dude.
They look dry, but you seem very knowledgeable about how dry they were.
I'm talking about appearance. They
They don't look very giving.
they look so dry.
Yeah.
And then stick it in their butthole and let the cat be so relaxed that you're able to somehow light it.
Light it.
And then, like, what we landed on was like, oh, by the way, we found the guy who killed your cat by sticking the M80 up its butthole. How'd you find him? Well, his arms were ripped to shreds.
And his fingers were blown off.
And his face was just the guy was
His face
ripped apart.
and it looked like a cartoon. His face looked like, black with his hair back.
I mean, the guy's arms were just ripped to shreds. You would not believe how many scratches he had on him.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you going to get a firework up a cat's asshole and light it off? And the cat's just going to let it happen? No, bro. No. And my mom had us thinking that was fact.
Oh, that happens everywhere. She has you thinking that cat's alone for 5 minutes outside.
5 minutes?
And who is it? Your neighbor?
Oh, yeah, somebody in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, the cat steps outside. There's people outside
There's a guy standing behind the tree like
with
Spice
M80s,
Adams like
yeah,
this.
with a can of Vaseline
Yeah.
and an M80, one in each hand, and he's just ready to fucking stick this thing up my cat's asshole.
He also puts drugs in candy.
He's the one who puts the drugs in the candy. Like, what are you? My mom also taught us that, and this is the way I remember it. If you step foot in the street, you will get hit by a car and die. Not if you step foot in the street and a car is coming and you don't see it and they don't see you and it's going fast enough to kill a human being and I don't bring you to a hospital, then there's a chance you might die. It was just like foot hits the pavement, boom, dead. Mack truck, this far from the curb, 80 miles an hour on a residential
In our
street,
cul-de-sac.
dead.
He's just waiting. Waiting in the car.
Fucking passenger seat full of M80s.
Cats everywhere, blown apart buttholes.
The sound effects for this section.
Oh my God. My mom had some crazy ideas, man. I'm interested for the real ones who made it to the end. Rate, review, subscribe.
Yes.
Obviously, we're trying to beat the machines here. We're trying to beat the algorithm. So maybe open up with this, Jared. Make this the intro. Rate, review, subscribe. It's us versus them.
Yes.
Now that Elon owns Twitter, it's us versus the machines.
Man versus machine. What side are you on?
He is a machine, so it's us versus them. So rate, review, subscribe to the podcast, okay? Also, if you made it to the end, let us know if your parent had you convinced of anything that was factual to them, but then you got older and you were like, wait a second.
Wait a second. This cat's butthole isn't even dry.
That's probably not
Moist.
true. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're making me out to be a weirdo because I noticed that cats' buttholes are dry. Have you ever had a cat?
No, but even if
Oh,
I
okay.
did,
So there you go. You've never had a cat.
I have not.
Okay, so you don't know that every chance a cat gets, it sticks its butthole in your face.
I do see the little pucker when the tail goes up.
Yeah, I mean, Jared, do you have a cat?
I had a cat when I lived back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they stick their
Oh,
asshole in your
please,
face every
Jared.
2 seconds. Real cat owners know
How dry a butthole is.
real how fucking dry the cat's butthole is.
That's how they judge how much of a cat lover you are, you know?
Yeah. Is the cat's butthole wet or dry? And dry.
Dry,
Okay, so
obviously.
you've had a cat.
I don't know. You're a dog guy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm a dog guy. I don't need no fucking dry buttholes in my face.
No, nice and wet.
Oh, yeah. Well, not that dogs' buttholes are any wetter, but they don't stick them in your face. Anyway, so. Yeah. So, thanks for watching.
Yes.
Sorry,
And listening.
sorry we had to do this to you. Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us time after time. To the guy that's catching up on us in chronological order, whenever this finds you, God bless your heart.
Yes. Just wait. A new one's coming next week. So
Share it with your friends. If you're not sharing it with your friends and you don't have any friends, that's one thing. If you're not sharing it with your friends because you're lazy, we're going to need to call you out on that because, again, it's us versus the machines. We need,
machines don't sleep, so you gotta work.
we're not asking you to work, grind set, but copy link, text 200-300 people.
Yeah. Yeah. Make a nice chain email. Send it to all your aunts and uncles.
2-3 people, you know what I mean? And then it just goes from there. So anyway, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't, I don't know what to tell you, but thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Ugh.